words, which I'm really excited about. I'm slowly losing the will to live, and that might help. I need to get out of this chair. I feel I have become one with this seat. So we made it back. That was an absolute mission. Oh, I'm struggling. Hopefully it will come to me, but I think it's going to be more difficult than I anticipated. You hate it when you write something and you have no idea what you meant. We're going to write 5,000 words today, and I am optimistic and determined that this is going to happen. Have I made any planning for this? No. Have I just woken up and decided to do it? Yes. But I think it's a really good idea. I have an entire day free, nothing else planned, and I think it'll be really fun. I've watched a few of the challenges online, and I think it seems, one, doable. Obviously, people have completed it in the past. Difficult, yes, but doable. I did see one for 10,000 words, which is mildly insane, I'll be honest, and definitely out of my realms of capability. But 5,000, I think if we really sit down and focus, I reckon I could definitely do it. I'm thinking of finding some sprints to join to make my mind sort of stay in the zone, if you will. Will be really helpful. I'm also going to make up a little countdown sheet. So for every 500 words, I get to cross it off, sort of thing, to sort of gamify it, to push myself to the end. I do think that the outline that we redid is going to be really helpful, because I have sort of a scene by scene layout now. So I've got something to follow. So I don't have to think ahead, and I don't think that sort of writer's block will be there. So that'll be good. Also, I was listening to an author called Jed Hearn. I think he's an Australian author. He does a podcast I listen to on Spotify just about his writing journey and what he finds helps, especially in the fantasy genre. Anyway, one of the things that he suggested is before you write, read 1 or 2 pages of a book just to get your mind in that kind of written word, I don't know, place. He definitely described it better than I did. Anyway, so I've decided I did get a new book for Christmas, which I love. It's called The Stowaway by Mary Ann McConnor. I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea what it's about, but I'm very excited to start reading it. So I'm going to stick to probably just 2 pages of that before I start writing. I will also be going on a walk today because I find it really helps clear my mind, get away from my desk, stop the headaches of staring at a screen. But it is meant to rain today, which, while I am excited because it does give the moody righty vibes, I don't want to walk in the rain. So I will try and time my walk before that. But anyway, let's make some coffee and we'll jump straight in. Every time we reach one of our milestones, we'll colour one in. So now I'm going to see if I can find a sprint and we can get going. It's 8 o'clock. So theoretically, I've got lots of time. Okay, so we've hit 1,000 words, which I'm really excited about. It is 9:30, so that does mean it's taken me an hour and a half to write 1,000 words, but that's okay, because I think it took me a bit of time to get into it and to sort of get my rhythm. One thing I have done is I've changed the opening scene. So our protagonist has a best friend called Hayley, and she's really important to the storyline. And I've realised I was leaving her till much later on, and she seems kind of like placed in just to hit those sort of beats. So, and I think we need her more at the beginning, make it more organic, and also for the readers to care about her more. So that I've brought to the beginning, but we're still going to go to the harbour on our own. We need to report to the Order once we've gone on a hunt. So Hayley's going to go off to the Order, and then Nasidia's going to go to the healer just to get fixed up. I know you would think that the best friend would go with her, but actually the Order has so much control that if they say you have to do something, you have to do it. So Nasidia is going to get in a bit of trouble for not going straight there and actually going to a healer first. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to do another 500 words, hopefully get this in within the half an hour, and then go make a coffee. I swear most of my spelling that I have to correct is because I've put the N and the G the wrong way around, and anything that ends with ing, which one I've noticed I use ing words a lot. And yeah, every single one is IGN instead of ing. It's really annoying. So we have made it halfway. We're at 2,500 words, which I can't believe. I'm really excited. But two things now. One, as you can see, the sun has risen. So I do think it's time I got out of my pajamas and put on some normal daytime clothes. Second of all, I need to get out of this chair. I feel I have become one with this seat, and that needs to change. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go for a walk, might find a coffee, try and refresh my brain because it definitely feels a bit numb. But story-wise, I feel we've made good progress. I like the scenes that I've written. I've liked where they've gone. I like kind of what I'm doing with it. But there are some things that need to be changed in regards to who's in what scene, like some extra characters. They need to be added out of some and taken out of some and put into others. So a few little things like that, but I don't want to get bogged down and sort of get stuck there because I think that's where I will lose momentum. So yes, let's get ready and let's go for a coffee. So we made it back. That was an absolute mission. I walked all the way to this cafe, which is really far from my house, but it's nice. It's a really nice place. The people are really friendly. The coffee's really good. And the walk is beautiful. There's lots of ducks and birds and water and greenery and all that good stuff. So I genuinely really like the walk. But it is quite far. So I walked all the way there and realised I forgot my bank card. So I had to walk all the way back again. And then I got in the car because I'm not doing that twice. But anyway, I did get my coffee, so that's a plus. And I did miss the rain, so that's quite good. But now it is 1:30. We are at 2,500 words, so we're halfway through. And we're kind of at, like, time-wise, I think we're doing quite well. The problem is now I spent none of that walk thinking about what I was going to write next. I don't know what scene's coming up. I don't know what the mood is. I've got nothing. So I'm going to try and find some music to hopefully get my brain like back into that zone. And hopefully it will come to me, but I think it's going to be more difficult than I anticipated. But if the rain comes, hopefully that will give me a source of inspiration. We shall see. All right, let's crack on. it when you write something and you have no idea what you meant. This says walking the city, finding Fiona. I have no idea who Fiona is in my story. Not a clue. Okay, so that is our, we're at 3,000 words now, so, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. That was tough. That was really tough. Basically, our protagonist is following someone. She's got a new, what's the word? She has a new target. So we're following her, which is difficult because it's a lot of just description. There's not really much happening. As such, like this other woman, she's walking down the street, so it's really good for like world building, putting these little bits of magic in people's day-to-day lives, but it's definitely not my strong suit, so that's very annoying. But we have done 3,000 words, which I'm really excited about. We're close, we're really close, and I don't know if I said it's 2:40 now, so I'm gonna go eat something because starving. And I'm going to try not to take my phone with me because the itch to scroll is definitely there. And I don't want to lose the momentum that we have been making. So we're on 3,000 words. Pleased with that. We're going to eat something. Okay, lunch is done. I did end up scrolling on my phone, but luckily for me, I know how little I can be trusted with this, and I have put an app blocker. So after 15 minutes, it just basically shouts at me, you've been on here too long. So I did only scroll 15 minutes, so that's not too bad. We are on 3,000 words. It is 3:15. I have to be finished by 6. So I'm doing well. Although I've been at this for 7 hours. Oh, the rain started. Oh, nice. Perfect timing. Perfect. All right, let's jump back into this before I go into a spiral of misery. Okay, we have just reached 4,000 words, which is huge, and I'm very excited about it. But, I'm struggling. Like, this was a really painful... I can't even remember where I last updated you. So I think that last 500 words took me an hour. I've only got 1,000 more to do, which... when you say it like that, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's finding that balance between pushing myself to write more and then just writing rubbish that will have to be deleted. And I don't know. And it's really annoying that I struggle so much with description. I think I might need to try and find some sort of study, some sort of, I don't know, something I can do to improve on my description, because I know they say writing will make your writing better, but unless I'm learning how to describe something better, that's just not going to improve. So I'm going to look at that maybe this week. So yes, let's colour in this last little blob and we will see if we can do the last 1,000. I'm thinking I need to find a sprint because I'm slowly losing the will to live, and that might help. So let's have a look. I would like to just cut in here and say I have a whole new found respect for anyone who's done this 5,000 words in a day as a challenge, not as someone who sat down and it's just flow to them and the story is just there, you know, that'd be amazing. And that's sort of where I was at, around 3,000 words. But at this point, I'm empty. My brain is empty. My creative world is gone. And I've got, I think, 800 words left, and I'm really struggling to keep myself sort of motivated to finish this. And the only reason that I'm actually going to write these 800 words is because I made myself a promise that is what we would achieve today, is the 5,000 words. And I'm really close to it, but it takes so much out of you when you're not, like when you're forced to write that amount of words. And I would love nothing more right now than to close this computer screen and get off this chair, because I knew found a hatred for this chair. And I've even had to put a cushion on it because I've been in this chair since 8 o'clock this morning, and I don't even know what the time is now. It's 5 in the evening. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We will finish this. Hopefully this is the home stretch now. But wow, what a long day. All right, let's do this. We are so close. So close. We did it. 5,000 words. Actually, I will show you. I did 5,012 words. So even beat my goal. And there's all my things, all of them. I'm pleased. I'm really pleased. I'm going to stand up 1 minute. Hi guys, sorry, I can't sit in that chair any longer. I've been in there all day, and I think it now has a permanent imprint of me in it. So if I ever did something like this again, I would probably find I'm really wonky. If I ever did anything like this again, I would probably find different places to write. I would probably do it where maybe I went to a coffee shop in the morning and then I wrote at home and then maybe ended it writing in the park or something like that. Tried different spaces. Sitting at my desk for that long probably was actually counterproductive, I reckon, for helping my imagination. I'm really pleased I did it. Amazing, can't believe it. A lot harder than I thought it would be, which I know sounds ridiculous and probably makes me sound really, what's the word? Arrogant? Maybe it makes me sound really arrogant that I thought I could just, casually spit out 5,000 words and it would be nothing. So it's not nothing. It's definitely something. And anyone who's done it, congratulations to you, because that was really hard. Some things, most of it I'm happy with. Most of it I am happy with. Today, that last scene, I was just... there's a bit where our protagonist is going underground, and then there's this big fight scene down there, which I've seen in my head when I've listened to music. It's a scene that I've seen a few times, and I'm really excited to write it. So in a way, I'm quite happy that the last of my words didn't take up too much of that scene, and it is something I can go back to when I'm feeling refreshed and I've got more creative. My well has been refilled, basically. So yeah, now I'm going to leave this room because I'm sick of it. The rain has just started, which is a shame because I finished writing, but I think what I'm going to do is go and put on someone else's vlog and watch them. All right, guys, till next time, have a good week.